What up? It's your boy T-Burn Reaction. Recovering from that crazy amount of raw right there, man. Wow. That's all I gotta say. But anyway, today's Music Monday or Music Reactions raw too, though. So I've been doing these reaction to a lot of like not slam magazine, DJ magazines, based off of some of your favorite dance tracks of all time as well too. Which forced me to do this one. I started a lot more of my house music on my own, where I'm sitting around working out at work. Yes, I work out. I'm in this way. And a lot of times, ever since I did that track lib, samples of your favorite dance tracks of all time as well too, the evolution of dance track samples. But yeah, and then while listening, I'm getting like, as YouTube gives like recommendation, and it's seeing a lot of recommendation for like DJ Max interview for the people making of the songs I was listening to. So I thought I'd do some more. So I got finished doing the first one I did was the Lola theme. It was the big one I've been checking out, and then Michael Gray. I did Michael Gray, and then last week, I did the Ultimate House class, that innovative house, and that was Move Your Body by Marshall Jefferson, as well as also now I'm doing behind the scene producers, and the next one your favorite vocalist is in house too. So this one next one I'm doing is a classic as well too, which is the infamous dance classic slash house dance classic side project, Music Sound Better With You by Stardust. We don't call that side project because Stardust was a side project which consists of one half of the infamous French house duo Dapone, Thomas Bolgalter collaborating with DJ Alan Brax, and then that song itself include vocalist Benjamin Diamond. Anyway, and well known, I've been hearing a lot in samples sample videos. It sampled a infamous disco track from a underrated disco track from Shaka Khan called Fate. So anyway, without further ado, let's check out the making of a classic, dance classic, Music Sound Better With You by Stardust. Let's get it.
You can please people and yourself working on something very, very simple. We would have never imagined that it could have been such a success. This is Alan Brax from the band.
So I figured it's Alan Brax.
And this is the story
I figured
of
that
Music Sounds Better With You.
Figure it was Alan Brax. The Daft Folks ain't gonna show themselves. Anyway, let's get it.
I met Thomas in a nightclub, probably in 94 or 93, I don't know exactly. I was going out very often, and one night somebody introduced me to Thomas, and we started to talk about music. We kept in touch, and at one point I played him a demo, and he decided to release it on Roulé. It was my first track, Vertigo. And then after we collaborated on Stardust. By that time, there were two guys from the crew, Jess and Crab. They were making parties, like probably weekly or monthly parties at the Rex Club, and they invited me to perform Vertigo on stage during these parties. So instead of doing it alone, I invited Thomas to play keyboards, and Benjamin, an old friend of mine. We met at boarding school when we were 15, 16 to perform together, and this is how it happened.
Okay.
It was full improvisation. We had probably 20 minutes of music.
Well, looks like
or
we
25,
look like we see one of them
we
in
needed 30, so we were like, okay, we need one more track. So we started to listen to 12-inch, looking for samples. And we played this demo with the Chaka Khan sample from the song Fate. And this is where we felt like, okay, there was something with this, and it might be interesting to go in the studio and try to make a song out of it. vocals were improvisation from Benjamin. I was playing the sample and the drums on the SP1200, which is a classic sampling machine.
Okay.
And Thomas was playing chords. The reaction was, I don't know, I was so stressed that I was just focusing on what I had to do. I don't know how long after the show, but maybe a couple of weeks or months. We started on a Monday and we recorded on a Sunday, so it took like maybe 1 week. And on the Wednesday, we were in a sort of dead end. We had no option on how to arrange the track properly. And everything went, I mean, this problem has been solved when we decided to cut the lyrics and just keep the basic sentence that you have on the actual version. So it was an important decision to get rid of most of the lyrics.
I just realized this was like maybe for I'm looking at the date and everything, and I realized this was like low key made before they did the One More Time song. I could be wrong. Yeah, this is before One More Time. I ain't think about that. Wow.
Thomas went to the Winter Music Conference with some test pressing, and he gave them to some DJs. What happened with the song is a bit like when you light a firecracker, you know? You light and it makes psh. Everything was fine. In fact, people loved it very easily. So the radio station, specialist radio station, started to play it, then national network. And it was not released yet. It was, I mean, if I remember correctly, it was being played on national radio and it was just available on 12-inch, which is a bit kind of contradiction. But yeah, it was, I mean, people just loved the song. The whole story is Michel Gondry. Michel Gondry is the director of the video. Thomas made the connection with Michel Gondry. There is something not to forget about this track. It's produced by Thomas, and Thomas' input on the track is big. So he made the connection with Michel Gondry, and then Michel Gondry proposed this idea, and we all agreed. And it was a good choice because it's quite a naive story. It's simple. And it does pass the test of time. So this part of the video, when we are on clouds, it was in a studio like this with a green wall behind us. And the part where the kids is playing with the plane and the house, it was in the countryside, like 30 minutes from LA. Stardust was a casino in Las Vegas in the past. I think it's probably Thomas who suggested the idea because Roulette was, the hard work for Roulette was a roulette, you know, where you're gambling. Thomas was really into games. Stardust is extremely simple. And it's very.
Imagine, I know record was like, but I know CDs. I think I've been around people who was like DJ who had the CD, did the early CDJs when you actually had your CDs, and they had the little record CDs and all that, man.
Interesting, because musically, not much is happening. In fact, it's almost the same thing happening for 5 minutes. But it works, so I would say that the legacy is you can please people and yourself working on something very, very simple. I still play it probably every time, and I'm still happy to play it. I don't feel like I have to play it. I play it because I love the song. It still sounds good. No regrets at all. It sounds good.
Alright, that was a good one. Alright, good little neat story right there as well too though. Like I said. Um yeah, this was cool. This was a cool this was a cool little story behind that as well too. How his song got the attention of Thomas from Daft Punk, and and then brought him into the label, and then afterwards he collaborated him and the Benjamin Diamond for that song as well too, which is always a no class to play every time. Other than that though, if you like my reaction, like, share, subscribe my YouTube channel. It's your boy T signing off. One love.